Dr. Rammer? Is Sean in for the game?
Sean will play.
Expecting anything minute-wise out of him? Is he 100% ready to go?
Yeah, he's ready to play, Brian, and he was one of our top condition athletes coming into camp and through camp, and just gotta, he's gonna play with some adrenaline here, and we'll see how he goes that way. But he's ready to play.
Will Henrik play today?
What's that?
Will Henrik play today?
No,
You were thinking on that as he's ready?
none of your business.
He just needs a break?
I want to play Valley.
For those of us who haven't seen your team play, can you tell us a little bit about the young defensemen that are getting time for you?
Yeah, Johnny, they're playing well. The thing I like about them is their mindset, is where they're not just coming into games nervous and trying to test the water. They're trying to make a difference. And you're talking about a 19-year-old kid playing the toughest position in the game. The scrutiny out here in New York on the defensive position, he's handled himself very well. He's made some mistakes. He's going to make more. He'll make some big ones along the way. But we need to live with those and just try to bring him along. And but he's handled himself very well. And the same thing with Gilroy. Gilroy's a little bit older, obviously, and more physically, and I think just as far as the mental part of it, is a little bit more mature. They've both been very good and have played against some pretty good players on the other teams. We haven't really totally kept them away from the top players, and they've handled themselves very well.
If Avery's out, have you decided, or if Avery's in, have you decided who's out for the game?
AV's out.
AV's
Yes, AV's out.
Is that a straight switch in terms of lines? Or?
No, I'm not sure what the lines are going to be. I'm not sure.
Valiquette hasn't really played with Gilroy or
Yeah.
Delta, a couple of exhibitions maybe. So, do you see any areas that you have to be careful about?
No.
For him to be, or for Steve?
No, we're not going to. Again, we haven't even. Are you talking about handing off and we really haven't even gotten to that yet, Brooksy. Even with Hank, as far as that part of our team concept. So we're not going to overthink it. We want Valley to go in and play. He knows what his role is. I like him because he's big. He stands in there. He's prepared himself. And he's going to play some this year, as I've stated before. So this is a time, I guess to answer your question, I wasn't trying to be rude, and I just don't like giving you a whole bunch of information.
That's okay.
I just think this was the time to play him. It's a non-conference game. He was going to play one of them, and this is the one we want him to play. But I'm not going to get too much into that, Brooksy, as far as with the D.
John, best guess as to how many of your scoring chances at even strength are coming off the forecheck? Percentage-wise, roughly?
I don't. I have them. I have the numbers. I just don't know what the percentages are. But we have. We've done a pretty good job, especially the past couple of games, where the games have been kind of a grinding type style. We've developed quite a bit off the forecheck. You go to the other side, we really struggled giving up chances off the rush our first two games, and that's the part of. And I think they both work hand in hand. I think we've done a much better job in the neutral zone, not giving up odd man chances, and it allows us to get into our forecheck quicker because we're able to break up more plays in the neutral zone, jam the neutral zone, and get into our forecheck. Where the first two games, it was just we were a little too aggressive and not being smart with our pinches and especially with our support. So we've really clamped down on that. I think we've done a pretty good job.
Looking at your blue line again, Coach, Mark Stahl's in his third year now. Is this a year, I'm looking at his minutes, where it's, you're expecting him to step up and have a bigger role?
Yeah. I think we forget still how young he is as a third-year pro, him and Danny. I think Mark has, through preseason and even the first part of this season here, has been inconsistent in certain areas. I think he's going to be a hell of a player, but he still has to go through the process of learning, being prepared all the time, understanding reads with these split-second reads that they have to go through. But this is a year that I'd like to see him, Johnny, in a situation where I'd like to see him be a little bit more aggressive in the end zone underneath the hash marks, and we're really going to try to give him an opportunity to express himself offensively. We're going to give him some power play time. He has an uncanny, and it goes unnoticed, he has a pretty good idea of when to jump into rushes and is pretty effective at it. So we want to get him into the offensive part of it too. And I think this is a year I think he'll be able to handle that.